Let me ask you a question, and it's a question that's been running through my head practically the whole day. I watched a video delivered by Pastor PJ this morning, and it caused me to ask some inner questions that, when the more I think about it, I think are expanded out to the vast majority of the people wandering the face of this earth. And you can let me know whether or not this applies to you. Now, the question that I'm here to ask is, are you running your life based on passion or preference? In other words, what I'm asking is, are you doing what you know you should be doing? Or are you doing what you choose to? Now, here's the difference between the two. If you're running on passion and you're doing what you know you're supposed to be doing, then that means that a lot of the time you're actually doing something in the face of adversity. You're doing something with oppression facing you. You're doing something and having to push your way uphill. You see, when we're dealing with preference, preference is a choice. Our choices notoriously, if they're not fueled with passion, are to take the path of least resistance. In other words, the one that's going down the hill. The choice that's taking us away from the challenge, away from the trauma, away from the tribulation, the path of least resistance that apparently makes us happy. Happy. That's an interesting concept. Happy. Are we truly happy when we're not challenged? Probably a conversation for another post. But when I thought about this question, it's also almost consumed my mind throughout the course of today, running on passion, in other words, on purpose or on preference or by choice. You see, when I look back at my own life, my preference or my choice hasn't always led to happiness. It hasn't always been the best thing for me to do. It's what I felt to do at the time. It's what I felt like doing in that moment. But what I felt like doing in that moment wasn't necessarily always what was the best for me in my future. And a lot of the times when I had chosen to follow my preference, when I had chosen to follow my choices, after following that choice of that path of preference for a while, I sort of ran out of happiness and ended up having to turn around and still face probably more adversity at that point, but still face taking on the path of resistance, the path of passion and purpose, because ultimately, our passion and our purpose is an absolute derivative of what's ultimately going to make us happy. My point to this post is quite simple. It's to get you to analyze yourself. Analyze what you're choosing to do with your day. Analyze what you're choosing to do with this minute. Analyze what you're choosing to do with the next hour. Analyze the people that you're choosing to spend tomorrow with. Are they people that fit into the bucket of preference or choice? Or are they people and things and activities that fit into the bucket of passion and purpose? Are they things that are going to excel you? Are they things that are going to maneuver your life into a position of power, a position where you can do stuff with, build you up to a trajectory where you are looking out from on high? Or are these things that you're choosing to do on a day-to-day basis ultimately leading you down a path that you don't want to actually be part of, a place where you don't actually want to reside? Passion or preference? Which one's leading you?